everyone, it's Hailey, and today I'm going to be doing a video that you guys request all the time, but I never really do, and that is an unhaul. So if you don't know what an unhaul is, it is the opposite of a book haul. So instead of showing you books that I have purchased or acquired recently, I'm going to be showing you books that I am getting rid of. I find it really funny that this video is so requested because you guys are literally asking me to get rid of books, and it's not something that I generally do. Part of that is because I keep every single book that I've read. Whether I've enjoyed it or not, I keep all of them. They're not all on my shelves because I don't have room for it, but I do have them in places around the house, much to my parents' chagrin. So normally I don't do unhauls, but recently my TBR has gotten out of control. Like, it is bigger than it's ever been before. When I first started BookTube, I had a giant TBR because I just went crazy with finding Book Outlet and stuff like that, and I bought a ton of books that I really wasn't interested in just so then I could buy books. So I did an unhaul back then and I got my TBR back down, but recently it has gotten really big again. Like, I'm talking 6 shelves full. It's along the bottom of my bookcases, so it doesn't seem like as much, but if I were to do it in one whole bookcase, it would fill the entire bookcase, which just literally stresses me out so much. So I think it's ridiculous to be stressed out by having books on my shelf, but that's how I felt because I felt like I had so many books on my TBR that I really did want to read, but I knew I wouldn't have the time to read. So when I went to Book Expo, I ended up getting a lot of books that I was really excited about, a lot of ARCs I was really excited about, and I wasn't really getting to ARCs before because I had so many other books that I wanted to read, so balancing everything has been a struggle. So when I got back, I was like, I am just in the mood to purge my shelves and get rid of what I really don't want to read. So I kind of forced myself to be really critical with my books and be like, okay, am I really going to read this? And I ended up taking out a bunch of books. And then from the books that I took off of my shelves, I went through and I was like, okay, is this something that I will read eventually, but I'm just not in the mood for right now and don't think I will read anytime soon? Or is it something that I'm lying to myself and saying that I might read it, but in reality, I know I won't? So from that, I ended up with some books that I have on kind of a back burner TBR, I call it, which are books that I will go back to later and be like, do I really want to read it? They're kind of sitting on the hot seat right now, and if I go back to it and I'm not interested, then it will end up in another unhaul video. But all the books in this video are books that have been on the hot seat and they just haven't made it through. So you might be wondering where all of these books are going to be going because there are a lot of them, and my sister has actually wanted to read some of them, so she will be taking those, but the bulk of them are going to be going on the shelves at my old high school. I have a bookshelf there that I put where I put a bunch of books that I don't want anymore, so I'm constantly filling that shelf with books that I either am not interested in anymore or I've gotten duplicate copies of, because that happens a lot. The nature of being a booktuber is you end up with a lot of books, which sounds amazing in theory, but it is really overwhelming sometimes because I get books that I'm not fully interested in, but I feel obligated to read them, so it's just kind of a mess. But don't take that as me being ungrateful because I am so appreciative of publishers and whoever sends me books. It's really just amazing and so weird to me, but unfortunately I'm not going to have time to read all of these books, and I just don't want to be wasting my time on books that I'm not going to enjoy, and that's something that I'm trying to work on because I struggle with that. Also, I'm sorry if I'm getting rid of your favorite book. It's no shade to you. I don't know why you would think it is, but some people do, so whatever. And I'm not going to be going into a full explanation for some of these. Some of these I've honestly acquired quite recently, but I don't want them to sit on my shelves forever because I know that they're going to. So without further ado, I have been talking for so long, I'm so sorry. Let's get into the unhaul. So first I have a stack of audiobooks here. I don't have any physical audiobooks, and I've read a lot of these and really enjoyed them, or actually listened to them, but I have the digital copies, so I just don't have the room for these books, which is most of my problem. I am quickly, actually, I already have outgrown my room, and unfortunately my house isn't big enough for me to like have other places to have like an office or something. I so wish, but since that is not the case, these are going to have to go. So I have Cress, Stars Above, The Star-Touched Queen, which I actually have 2 copies of, I don't really know why, Crown of Wishes, Caraval, Heartless, and Winter. Now getting to the other books in the box, we have Here So Far Away by Hadley Dyer, The Education of Margot Sanchez by Lilium Rivera, Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart. I have duplicate copies of this one, so this is the one that came in the fairy loot, and I don't like the cover as much, so it's gonna go. Lifelike by Jay Kristoff. This came recently in a subscription box, and I feel so bad getting rid of it, but I don't think that I'm going to like it. Love and Other Alien Experiences by Carrie Wynn Free. 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnston. I have had this for so long and I haven't read it, and I'm finally just biting the bullet and getting rid of it. The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. Nemesis and Genesis by Brendan Reichs. Rain the Earth by A.C. Goggin. Picture Us in the Light by Kelly Loy Gilbert. Love and Other Carnivorous Plants by Florence Gonsalves. The Empress by S.J. Kincaid. Through the Dark by Alexandra Bracken. I'm just not that into short stories and I really would like to read it, but I just don't really have the time to read short stories. I feel so bad about so many of these. A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. I have multiple copies of it and I really don't need it. Here We Are Now by Jasmine Warga. The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer. I have had this for literally so long and it's just not gonna happen. Mark's Women by Rati Maratra. I am definitely not going to read this. I got it really recently, but it's just, I can't lie to myself anymore. The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. Written in the Stars by Isha Saeed. Once again, I've had it for so long. The Distance Between Us by Casey West. Everything That Makes You by Mariah McStay. Pacifica by Kristen Simmons. This is once again one that I would like to read, but I don't have that much interest in it, so it's gotta go. Moving on to box number 2, these are books that my sister is going to take and try out, and hopefully she will like them. So first we have An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night by Sawa Tahir. I already have these, so I don't need duplicate copies of them. I love how I say that and then literally I have so many copies of Alice in Wonderland, but you know what? It is different. In Search of Us by Ava DeLera. All the Wind in the World by Samantha Mabry. Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. Frostblood by Ellie Blake. I had duplicate copies of this one as well. Catching Stars by Kayla Keenan. Fury Born by Claire Legrand. Once again, duplicate copies. The Sky is Falling by Kit Pearson. The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. Black Hearts by Nicole Casterman. I Was Here by Gail Foreman. The Gilded Cage by Lucinda Gray. Spindle by E.K. Johnston. And The Darkest Minds trilogy by Alexandra Bracken. This is once again duplicate copies, so she is going to try these out and then maybe we will be able to see the movie together. Probably not though, because she lives 8 hours from me. So those are all of the books that I am getting rid of, and it really hurts me all the time to get rid of books. It seems like so much more because it's really not that many, but I have so many that are like facing backwards on the bottom of my shelves that are on the hot seat right now, so I don't know, I guess it's really not that many. Even looking at my TBR right now, there's a bunch that I'm like meh about, so we are in a weird place at the moment. But if you want me to do a video where I show you the ones that are on the hot seat and maybe you guys can help me decide if I should keep them or have them go, then please let me know and I will do that for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this unhaul. You guys ask for them all the time, so I hope it satisfied your craving for now, because it's probably going to be a while until I do another one. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell icon so you will be notified whenever I post. I put up new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and YouTube hasn't been showing them to people, so please click that bell. You can also follow me on all of my social media. I'm always posting whenever I have a video going up, so you can be sure you won't miss anything. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! That was weird. Okay, bye.